Welcome back! We hope you enjoyed our introductory video to our educational video series. For those that missed it, my name is Amanda and I'm a Customer Success Manager for Fond at BRE Networks. In our first video, we looked at the capabilities of our software tool Fond. Today, we will focus on a particularly strong capability and use case of Fond. Okay, let's jump right in. In this video, we're going to take a deeper dive into how you can customize the bill of materials, also known as the BOM, to meet your funding requirements. The bill of materials consists of materials, quantities, components, or parts that you can use to estimate costs or inventory. It counts and sums the network elements presented within your design. By defining rules for how elements should be counted, you can use Fond to build a BOM with named and uniquely costed items. An added feature of the BOM is that it can be used to estimate labor quantities. These costs are for your own estimations and planning. You might be asking, where can I configure the BOM? Once you start a new project, you'll begin by selecting your architecture on the left-hand panel. The BOM is found in the final section of the architecture. It's in the last tab at the top of the architecture pop-out. Remember that when you configure your BOM, it is attached to that architecture. Should you select or create a new architecture, you will need to adjust your BOM accordingly. In the tool, a default BOM is designed to cover a range of common items, such as the length of constructible path, the count of poles and underground structures, the count of hubs, splices, and splitters, the total length of cable for certain sizes and placement, and the count of connectorized cables of certain lengths. This is provided to act as a starting point with configuring a BOM to align with your architecture with your funding requirements. To begin configuring your BOM, start by selecting a category located on the left-hand side panel. Once you do that, you'll be given subcategory options. Select a desired subcategory, enter an ID, as well as adding a description and a cost. From there, you can click on the three dots located on the right-hand side of the line item, which allows you to further configure that line item to accurately align with your costs. By clicking on Apply and Close Rule, that line item will be applied to your architecture and design. Please note that the costs and rules defined within the BOM do not drive the optimization or behavior of the design. Let's take a look at an example of underground structures in an underground design. Fond will place many underground structures to indicate access points to cables and conduit. However, not all structures are created equal, which means it would be inaccurate to capture them all in one line item in the BOM. One issue that could present itself is that it doesn't capture structures that are empty, but are often required for drop breakout locations. It also doesn't capture the different size of structures required for different types of hubs and splices. In this project, we have a simple configuration in the BOM to capture all structures that contain any type of hub or splice under this ID. A more accurate representation may be to add 3 more line items. First, we'll add flower pot for empty structures, pedestals for placement of drop hubs like MSTs, and lastly, medium vault for all larger devices, which are very different to pedestals and cost a lot more. A simple count of structures might overlook these access drops for points, which can potentially be quite numerous and therefore add up in cost. A simple count of structures would also fail to recognize that some structures are much larger and more costly than others, depending on what devices they are required to store. By adding line items, you're further defining where your costs are coming from, and ultimately, the cost of these underground structures will lead to clarity in the cost of your design. Once you've run your design with your customized BOM, you can export your BOM to a CSV for further analysis or sharing with stakeholders. To export your BOM, you'll select Project, and then in the drop-down menu, click on Export. From there, you'll select Create New Export. Select all the desired layers you'd like to export, and by selecting the box for Materials and Costs, your BOM will be available to you. Overall, customizing a bill of materials in Fond requires a good understanding of the network components and their specifications. It also requires attention to detail and accuracy, as even small errors can lead to significant problems down the line. Tune into our next video where we'll do a side-by-side comparison of two designs with two uniquely defined BOMs to further analyze the cost difference and how it can affect a cost breakdown. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or are ready to see a Fond demo, submit the form located below and a member of our team will be in contact with you.